Okay, guys, today we are going to be representing our solutions on number lines. So we learned how to solve those equations and inequalities, and now we're going to, excuse me, I'm sorry. And now we're going to actually graph them on a number line so we can see how they get represented on a number line. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is you have to solve the equation first. You don't have a solution unless you solve the equation or the inequality. So make sure you do that. Okay. And then we're going to mark it on the number line. So if it says x equals 3, you're going to mark that on 3 on the number line. Okay. And we'll go over it a little bit more in the examples. Okay. You're going to have a solid dot. So that's a filled in dot. It should be a black dot for anything that includes an equal sign. So that's your equals, your equations, or you're less than or equal to, or you're greater than or equal to. So if they have this little line underneath the inequality symbol, then it's going to be a solid dot. Okay, and you want to put an open dot, so not filled in, for anything that's less than or greater than symbol. So just the less than, no greater than, the greater than. No line underneath, okay, it gets an open dot. For our inequalities, so that's all you have to do with equations is just put the dot there, and you're good. For inequalities, we need to shade in the direction the arrow is pointing. Okay, so if it's a less than or equal to, or a less than, you want to shade to the left of the, so if it was x is less than 3, you put the dot on 3 and then shade all the way to the left. And anything that's greater than, shade right for greater than. So greater than or equal to, or just the greater than. So if it was x is greater than 3, you put your dot at 3 and then shade to the right. Okay, let's do some examples to show. So number one is just x equals 4. What? That one's easy, right? Okay, x equals 4. It's already solved for you. I don't have to do any solving. So my number line, okay, we're going to say 4 is right there, okay, right in the middle. So if it's an equals to, it's just a dot. Okay, x equals 4. And that's all it is to it for your equals, okay? That's all we've got to do. Let me zoom in a little bit. It did not like that. There we go. X equals 4. Okay, so that one was easy because we didn't have to solve. Number 2, 3x minus 7 equals 8. Okay, so I have to solve. Remember, we draw our line down, and then we start with the number. So that's minus 7, so we're going to do plus 7 on both sides. Those cancel each other out, and 8 plus 7 is 15. And then I get 3x. I bring my 3x down, and 15. And then to get that x by itself, we divide by 3 because that's 3 times x. Okay, those cancel each other out, so we're just left with x on this side. It's an equal sign, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. Okay, so to graph that, okay, I'm going to put 5 down there, and it's going to be a closed dot, x equals 5. Okay, because it just equals 5. Okay, those are pretty easy. We don't have to do any shading to the left or to the right. Okay, it's just the solving. Number 3 is negative 2x minus a negative 4 is less than negative 12. Lots of negatives there. Okay, so we draw our line. Okay, if I do minus a negative, I'm really adding. So it's really negative 2x plus 4. Okay, so now if I have plus 4, we're going to subtract 4 on both sides. Those cancel each other out, and I bring down my 2. I'm left with negative 2x here. And then negative 12 plus a negative 4. Okay, if I add those two, they're both negative, so it's going to end up being negative, and I add them. 4 plus 2 is 6, and 1. So it's negative 16. Okay, and then I divide by negative 2. Okay, I cross out negative 2, and I'm left with x. I divided by a negative, so I need to flip from the less than to the greater than, Negative 16 divided by 2. Negative 2 is 8, and it's a positive 8 because there's two negatives. Okay, x is greater than 8. So we're going to put our number line on here. You will be given a number line, or the answer is on a number line. Okay, so I just put 8 there. Okay, that's just a greater than. There's no equal to, so we're going to keep it as an open dot. So we're going to keep an open dot there. Okay, and because it's greater than, we're shading to the right. So that's where the arrow is pointing. So the arrow is pointing to the right, so we're going to shade it to the right. Okay, and that's all there is to it. Just shade it that direction. Okay, and then number 4, our last one, number 4, 12x plus 9 is greater than or equal to 33. Okay, so draw my line. Subtract 9 because that's adding 9. Okay, plus 9 minus 9 get canceled out, and my 12x comes down. I'm left with 12x over here, and then 33 minus 9. Okay, so I'm going to borrow 2 and 13. 9 minus 13 is 4, and then 2. Okay, and then last thing, divide by 12, because that's 12 times x. Divide by 12. 12 and 12 cancel each other out. I'm left with x. I'm going to put it over here. And then 24 divided by 12 is 2. And we didn't divide by a negative, so it's going to be stay greater than or equal to. Okay, and we're going to draw our number line. Okay, we have 2. Let's put 2 there. Okay, it's greater than or equal to, so it's a solid dot. So we're going to have a solid dot colored in, all colored in, and it's greater than, so it shades to the right. Okay, and that's all you do, guys. If you have any questions, make sure you let me know. Okay, hope you have a great day.